Yeah, I like to move people. You know, in what a song like Daisy Lane. I saw that out my window. I saw a row of policemen looking for a knife after a kid had been held up for his phone and killed. I saw that out my window. If I saw it in a newspaper, I wouldn't write about it just to get, you know, for a reaction, because then I don't think it's very respectful. But when it affects me firsthand, then it's my experience. I can write about that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's not about reading something in The Guardian and going, oh, I better write about this because this is happening to people. You know, if I haven't experienced something, how can I write about it? I can't truthfully write about what it's like not to have any food on my, you know, I just can't. So I can only write about what I'm going through in my life, otherwise it's not even real, is it?
But do you have an example of people that you were saying, well, they read one newspaper and then they think they know the world?
I think a lot of people have opinions on things like that. People watch the History Channel or National Geographic for a week and think they know everything about everything, but they haven't really been outside their fucking front door. You know, we travel every day, get on airplanes every day. I know what it's like to feel afraid getting on planes or trains. We all do, because we travel every day. But if you live your life in the just-in-case mode, that you're not going to leave the house, are you? So whether it's about terrorism or whatever, when we were kids, man, we used to watch the news and there'd be a bomb going off in London every Saturday afternoon, and that was by the IRA. You know, it's always something going on. And then that goes away, and then something else comes in. It's just...
So the Earth isn't heading for disaster, maybe?
Well, I don't know, I think you get
Some
a lot
people
of...
think of it.
My house got flooded when I was 11 years old. My whole life was fucking washed down the street. It didn't mean that it was global warming. I don't know what global warming is doing, I don't know. How do we know? You know, there's a lot of opinions on it. I'm not going to be one of the ones with one opinion. All I know is there's been floods and disasters going on for a fucking long time, before cars were invented. So I'm not putting on paper that I don't believe in global warming, because obviously it exists. But there's a lot of people, you listen to talk radio shows where there's a woman coming in and she mentions one long name about some meteorological society and she thinks she knows everything about everything. The fact is, we fucking don't know everything about everything. There's some people that do. I'm not one of them.
Okay. What do you think?
Science is that, isn't it? Science.
His opinion, isn't it?
What do you think of his solo album?
Rubbish.
It's great. It's great, you know, like, I think to, you know, like, write and record songs 1 week and then, you know, like, release them a couple of weeks later, that's a brilliant thing to do. Stereophonics is a band, for one, you know, like, we don't constrain ourselves to just being in Stereophonics. If you want to go and do something else, then you can. It's not as if, you know, like, we're all restricted to just being in the band. You know, like, Javier had a side project as well. Yeah, and we all do things outside of the band, so...
And when do you release your solo album?
The pressure's on me, isn't it?
He's going to do with Gene Simmons.
With Gene Simmons to do it?
Yeah, I'll just grow a long tongue.
Okay. And well, what was it for you? Was it planned, your solo album? Or?
No, we were in the studio finishing off Pull the Pin. Pull the Pin was pretty much finished then. And a new song happened called Stone, which we were finishing off. And I started recording a couple of these ideas, Susie and Jane, and then it developed into 10 tracks with 10 girls' names, and they could have quite easily been B-sides, but they had their own little concept to them. So, like Richard said, it was kind of written, recorded, released within 2 weeks. And that's quite nice from a songwriter's point of view, because like Daisy Lane or It Means Nothing off this record are 2 years old to me now. So by the time they're out there, it's not really it's a long time ago when I had those feelings to write those songs, but to actually write something, you know, like today's Monday and then release it next week, that's quite a thing I've never experienced before.
Something like John Lennon did with Instant Karma.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to do, because it's literally out there with the public at the same time as you're feeling those things.